In this video, we'll look at how to graph polynomials in your graphing calculator, and all of these functions will be using the standard viewing window. So from the last video, we're going to have to adjust our window by turning it on, going to zoom, and then arrowing down to Z standard. Most of you will find this at zoom and then 6. Notice that it's now rescaled itself to a perfect 10 to the left of 0, 10 to the right of 0, 10 up from 0, and 10 down from 0. I'm going to clear my functions that are entered in the y equals, and I'm going to enter the graph of a cubic. F of x equals x to the third minus 4x squared plus 5. Now graph that. Notice that this has a opposite end behavior pattern to it. Let's go ahead and graph this as best we can. It looks like it goes up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That makes sense because the last digit in our graph says it's plus 5. So I'm just going to sketch this as best I can. Something like that. The next graph is x to the fourth minus 4x squared plus 3. I'm going to go back to my y equals, clear this function, and enter x to the fourth minus 4x squared plus 3. And then hit graph. Notice that it is degree 4, and so the end behavior approaches positive infinity in the y direction on both sides. It also has a domain that is all real numbers. It looks like it intersects the x-axis at -2, -1, +1, and +2. Now I also need to check for my y-intercept. It looks like my y-intercept is at 3. Now lastly, we have x squared plus x minus 6. So I'll go ahead and graph that one last. X squared plus x minus 6 graph. And this is a parabola opening upward. It has intersections at -3 and 2. And y-intercept at -6.